There you go. No, you look good today.
Oh, I look great today.
For once. We're on Spike's Car Radio. We're recording. This is all being recorded.
It is.
Yeah, it's nice. And you heard me say you look good today, Johnny. Look at you. You got a Dodger hat on?
Hell yeah, baby.
No, you look groomed.
Back-to-back World Series.
What happened? Well, wait. There's a whole new Johnny Lieberman here that I'm looking at now. Now that I'm actually looking at him, right, Cameron?
You want to give me a kiss?
His beard is clean.
He looks clean.
For once, it's trimmed nicely. Did you trim your beard?
Yeah, I trimmed my beard.
You did.
I mean, I didn't, but the lady that cuts my hair trimmed my beard.
And you have a nice Dodger hat on.
I
got Pride.
I got this down at Little Tokyo at Bulls. It's even says Little Tokyo on the back.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Are you a baseball fan?
I'm a total fair weather fan.
Oh, you are.
When the Dodgers do great, I'm literally watching like YouTube videos on dead ball. You know what I mean? Like the dead ball era. And,
yeah.
But when they're not in the World Series, I mean, to be fair, this year my kid got into baseball a little bit. So I took him, we saw Tani hit a home run. And
wow.
I got to tell you, that's sort of the most amazing thing happening on planet Earth now.
Yes, it is.
Is when he comes up and gets a home run, like he's the first batter. It like gets a home run on the first pitch.
Yeah.
It's sort of the most amazing. It's like, I don't know why, but it's electrifying.
Here's why. Because he's delivering on the hype. Yeah. Here's a guy I didn't really know much about a few years ago. Yeah, and then I went to see him and you go, well, this is the guy. They're paying a hot $700 million. And then he delivers. He delivers over and over again. And the whole gambling scandal has just been forgotten.
What gambling scandal?
What?
It was his interpreter.
He gambled? It was the interpreter.
It was his interpreter. That junkie. That degenerate interpreter.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Let's get into the car talk because we get a lot of it. And we also have renowned, preeminent documenter of car culture, Larry Chen, here a little later. He's bringing a car.
He's kind of like gotten bigger than the whole segment. Like he is the story. Yeah.
He was on Instagram. He had some sort of car show associated with Formula Drift and around 10,000 people showed up. And I thought, well, about 10,000 people watching this show. Maybe we can double our viewership by having Larry on.
No.
Is that how YouTube works?
No, sadly not.
So he'll be here in a minute. But first, we have a lot to catch up on, you and I.
We do.
I don't know where to start. I mean, you and I have been driving Maybachs.
Yes.
Maybach Mayhem. I had, and I have today, this car behind me, the S680 Maybach in orange copper magno. And then right before that, I had an SL...
680 SL.
680 SL.
Yes. Monogram edition.
Yes. But you have that car too, right?
I had the red one.
It's 680 SL. It's not the SL 680?
Yeah, it's the 680 SL.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know I almost died in mine.
Yes, I heard this. Next time. We're that close.
Do we have a picture of the car itself?
Liberation Day is soon.
Yeah, okay, just freeze the video. Okay, this car right here, which we're going to talk about in a second. But here's my story, all right? I'm driving to tennis on a Tuesday morning in this car exactly like this with the top down, doing like 30 miles an hour on a beautiful street in Santa Monica. A truck in front of me, very high truck in front of me, hits a very large tree branch that goes across 4 lanes of traffic, knocks it off the tree, and luckily I'm listening to some nice music. I'm listening to some Sam Fender, and I'm in a nice relaxed mood, and I'm not tailgating. Because if I'm tailgating,
you're dead.
I'm dead. Wow. The tree just goes boom, crushes a Subaru on the lane across the way, crushes the front of it, the windshield, the woman's okay. Boom, falls in front of me. I'm going, oh my God, I have to U-turn. I can't be late for tennis. She's okay. She backs up and goes around in the lane. She decides to keep driving.
Oh,
her front of her car is crushed, windshield smash. She backs out like this, goes into the breakdown lane. It just starts puttering away in shock, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
but she's okay. I can't imagine what she was telling her husband. Like, well, what happened? Why didn't you stop? Yeah. The truck driver stopped. Right. I'm chuckling until I realize, had I been tailgating, the top was down. Nobody's feeling bad for Spike Ferriston crushed in a Maybach.
No, I mean, Cam and I are like,
that's justice. That close. Social justice was done.
Right.
Ferriston is dead in the Maybach. That's right. And so I get to tennis.
Your funeral would be such a good time.
So I've only, as I've said before, I was almost shot wearing a bear suit for Moosehead Beer or in a moose outfit. I was almost shot. Right. No one's feeling bad for that. No one would have felt bad for this. Anyway, feeling pretty lucky. Right. Play tennis, play well, new lease on life, coming back the same way. right?
Okay.
The one lane now is open. They've managed to get half the tree kind of cut. Really impressive how quickly they did this. The other lane is closed. I have to stop and wait a minute while they direct traffic. Bang. I get
seriously?
hit in the same spot.
Oh my God.
2 hours later.
By the truck?
I get rear-ended by a kid. Here's a picture of him right here. There's our man. I think you have his car there. There's the little black Mercedes next to the orange one to the right.
Cam got really sick.
Okay, wait.
That's sort of what he looked like.
He hits me in a Mercedes.
Mercedes on Mercedes violence.
You see how he knocked his own little label up there? He probably only hit me at 2 miles an hour. And now go back to her thumbs up guy. Nice kid from the Palisades.
Wow. Well,
he's I'm
sure his parents can afford
very sorry. He said, "Stay, Spike, thanks for being so cool." And I go, normally I wouldn't, but it's not my car.
Exactly. AMC ain't my car.
Yeah. And that's right. Very good.
Yeah.
And he didn't really do all that much damage, just a couple little chips there. But what a morning.
What'd you think of the car, aside from being a death magnet?
Well, let's get into that. You and I are both driving these right now.
Yeah, I made a whole video on driving with Jonny about my time with mine. Yeah.
Well, you can check out Jonny's video, and we can also just look at this car, and we can just talk about it. I mean, this car really is an interesting weirdo idea in that they've taken a performance car that Mercedes makes and then badged it with way too many Maybach logos and dumped the idea of luxury on top of it.
Right.
So I've been trying to break it down with people to try to understand it. Like,
I can say this off the top.
Go ahead.
You didn't get the good wheels. You did not get the good wheels.
No, I noticed the wheels on yours.
I got those wheels. Those wheels, it's all about the wheels for me. But yeah, it's a literal comic amount of Maybach logos. It's like the idea of like Yves Saint Laurent as a brand taken to the worst degree ever, but it's so over the top. It's kind of funny.
It is.
Like, look at
the key right there. Look at that, the copper colored key.
I like the key. I like the key.
And in this interior, by the way, whatever light you decide to put in it in the interior at night, it glows. So this thing was just glowing blue with me inside of it. Look at the mats.
Yeah. They turn brown in a minute.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I said to them, "Are you sure you want me to drive it?" They go, "Don't worry about it. We have a nice detail department. Look at this copper colored key." I ruined it.
So this interior is called white ambiance.
Yes, right. They had two liveries for press cars: the red ambiance and the white ambiance.
With white ambiance interior and then white on white. So
but they made a point of saying you could paint it in 50 other Mercedes colors, right?
Sure. If you own this car, though, if you had white ambiance as your interior, you would have to keep a pair of shoes on a towel.
Yeah.
You'd walk up to it in your socks. You'd put the shoes on the towel, put them in the car. Then every time you stop, you put the towel down, that interior turned gray in moments.
In seconds, yeah. Mine was black. Wild. But you put a carpet in there, and it's not so bad. But in the first week, a white interior. After a week of having this car, I had black streaks and marks all over the place. Throwing my tennis bag in and the rest of it. Yeah. Here, what am I doing here? Demonstrating how the key works here. Here's look
at the Maybach logos on the folded top.
And again, like a Maybach to me is this other car we have behind us. It's a very slow, luxurious kind of ride. This idea of a performance Maybach, I kind of had trouble wrapping my head around. And I happened to be with our co-host, Mr. Seinfeld, and I said, "Can you digest this for me?" And he said, "Spike," it was very simple to him. He said, "Spike, this is the woman who was just in an ugly divorce. Her husband is very wealthy and cheated on her. And she said, I'm going to take your fucking money. And I'm going to spend as much of it as I can on my newly divorced car."
Yeah.
And the Maybach logos are there just to remind you how you screwed this up. And that how many of your dollars I'm taking. Did you see the Babolat tennis bag in there?
How could I miss it? But it's sitting on the Maybach logo in the trunk. So I showed Zuckerman this car.
Yes.
And I filmed it because I was like, this is going to be great. He's going to hate it. He had the opposite reaction. He actually really liked it. But then he started talking about replacing all the Maybach logos with swastikas or penises. And I said, I can't really post this. But it was really funny. But
it doesn't sound like Zuckerman.
He loved it. He loved the wheels. He was just freaked out on the wheels. But he really liked it. I will say this. I had a really hard time at first getting in this car to go anywhere. I'm like, what if somebody sees me? Right? But then I remembered years ago, I had an alien green G65.
Yeah.
And I just felt like a Kardashian getting into it.
Yeah.
And then after like a day, I'm like, this is the greatest car in the world. And that's sort of how I reacted. And then I was in Glendale and some locals were like,
bro.
They were like, bro, greatest car ever. And then I left here and I went, I was going to film. I filmed it at Zuckerman's law office. And I had Richard with me. So I stopped at McDonald's to get him some food. And there was like 3 Beverly Hills teenagers at the McDonald's that were like flipping out. They were staring at the car. They had the phones out. They were like, wow, what do you do? Asking
Exactly right. I had to pick up my son at school. He was taking his driving test to get his permit. Same thing. All the kids were letting out. Same thing was happening. The kids were like, oh my God, but I don't even know what that says. I mean, if you were going to order this car, if this really does appeal to you, I mean, obviously the interior and the exterior would not be the Tuxedo Junction, tuxedo rental, white and black is not what I would do with it. I would kind of make this car a little more low key and understated so that, when you look closely at the Maybach badging, it's not so provocative. I actually like these wheels with that front grille. I think it looks really good.
It does look good. Again, I really enjoyed driving the car. I was just going to say one more thing about the kids. My nephew's 15, and whenever I have a cool car, I get, I don't hear from him. I get a nice text. Uncle Jonny, hi. Is there any way you could bring the Lamborghini over to my house so I could take a look at it?
Yeah.
And it's only with cars like that. He wanted this one. He really, and he would not. I brought it over there and I let him like sit in the driveway and turn the engine on and, rev it. He doesn't have his permit yet, but he just loved it. I don't know what it was, but there's something we're missing that the kids on the Instagrams.
Well, it's a very cool thing. And, I was thinking about it a lot this morning. Anything that's kind of like this oddball weirdo idea that you can't quite understand can very easily become a valuable thing in the future because it was such a weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
You see it with vintage watches all the time. When Rolex put this out or Tudor put it out, everybody went head scratch and nobody bought them and they disappeared the whole car. And then years later you go, well, there you go.
Rediscovered. You're in love with it.
Right. Mm-hmm. You remember the Mercedes Black Edition, those cars?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I remember when they first came out, you're kind of like, I guess that's all right.
Yeah, but it's not a BMW and it's too expensive.
Yeah, and it's got a wing and I'm not sure what it is. And
good point.
Black Edition. Then now look.
Yeah.
So maybe this is one of those cars.
How is the giant limousine?
So we'll talk about this guy, the S680 in orange, copper, Magno. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
That is formal.
This is a real cartoon villain mobile. But to me, this is a Maybach. Yeah. A big, too long, too heavy, weirdo colored and chromy conveyance that when you get inside is really going to love you up, quiet you down and relax you. And this car delivers on all of those promises. I really did not like the color until I saw it up against my fall foliage maple trees in my driveway. Yeah. And then, I started seeing it in the parking lot and then I started appreciating it. It's kind of like a matte orange car that normally I would never really kind of be into, but I did.
No, totally.
And
works.
So, you know what I like to do with these things? I immediately make a dinner reservation and I go, let's family dinner time. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't disappoint because you don't want to drive this by yourself, right? You either want to be driven in it or you want to take your family.
You want the kids in the back seat going, Dad, it does this. It has this.
Yeah, and I have teenagers and still they went into that mode.
Yeah.
Like they don't talk anymore. They got into this and it was like headphones and fighting with pillows in the back and, screens. We'll take a look at the inside in a second.
Yeah, whenever I get something like this, Richard, anything with backseat tables, he demands to eat dinner in the back with me. So we go get sushi and we sit in the back and eat sushi. And it's exactly the right thing to do.
Great in this thing. Yeah. Again, I can't quite tell because I only have it for a week if I can set aside the ostentatious nature of it. But I just drove it to Beverly Hills to get this lovely haircut. It's lovely.
What a haircut. The car. Yeah,
it's so quiet. 621 horsepower.
Yep.
9-speed automatic transmission, 4MATIC all-wheel drive, Airmatic air suspension.
And a V12. You left out the V12.
And a 6-liter V12 bi-turbo engine. with all sorts of gizmos and craziness inside.
You got the champagne fridge and the stainless, or
I did. I made sure to order that myself.
You got the sterling silver.
I don't think it has those,
glasses.
but it has the champagne fridge.
It should have them.
But, you know, on this drive to dinner, it was one of those funny, memorable dinners. We're just cruising a couple miles to this restaurant where we live, and you're just so taken care of in this. So quiet. The music, the sound system is perfection.
What's the price point on this?
This one's $280.
So, but here's the thing,
all
right?
Said and done.
Here's the thing. You've driven them, right? Like a Rolls Royce Ghost is going to be in the 4s.
Right.
A Bentley Flying Spur Speed or whatever, that's the equivalent of this with a 12-cylinder, which I think is actually out of production, but is going to be in the mid-3s, 330 minimum. Is there anything for $280, the bargain that you aren't getting?
Yeah, no, I think it's a relative bargain. And when you say that, you realize $280,000 is not a bargain, but for the people who are buying this and the other things that are available, it is.
It was a brilliant move on Mercedes' part to relaunch Maybach. Because remember, they did Maybach 20 years ago, and they said, we're going to be a legit Rolls-Royce competitor. We're going to make cars that cost the same as a Phantom. And so, $400,000 for a Maybach. Everyone's like, oh, how do you pronounce it? What is it? I've never heard of it. And they're like, oh, it's a pre-war brand. It was really big in Germany in the 30s. And so they sunsetted the brand, and then they bring it back like this. And it's really just like a luxury package on top of an already luxurious car. And I think it was a brilliant move,
Let's look inside. Go show us inside. Show us the back seat first, Cam.
Oh, watch Cam and the door handles. This will be fun.
Oh yeah, it may not even be open.
Yeah, these are the worst door handles in human history.
You might have to touch the front one, and then if that doesn't work, you might have to.
Hey, Mercedes, there you go.
There you go. So you've got private jet seats in the back here, which are fabulous.
Not being white is such a good move.
Yeah.
Usually they're white inside, so you get that Miami Coke club scene, but this is great.
Yeah. So look,
pillows.
You live in Hollywood, you've got a stupid amount of money, and you and your friends want to go out on a Saturday night. It's the ultimate kind of sled to kind of do that. You're being driven.
Yeah.
You can run. You've got screens to your right there. You've got screens in front of you.
Got your own iPad in the middle.
Yeah, the kids somehow hooked their phones up to the whole system and were listening to their own music. And I thought we were enjoying, Molly Hatchet together, but we weren't. We weren't.
Those champagne glasses are in there.
Go ahead, take a look. Open the center console behind you toward the trunk. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be. That's the actual champagne itself would be in there. That's the fridge.
Go ahead. Where are the glasses?
The glasses should be like under that arm thing or in front of that little iPad there. There should be like sterling silver. Yeah, in there. So those are the fold out tables.
Those look straight out of a 737.
Yeah, they are.
Coach.
Yes. Yeah. G6. Anyways, they're in there somewhere, but they're sterling silver and they have little Maybach logos all over them. So it's quite good.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, this says it's like all business. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm all business. Anyway, terrific car. Let's talk about our friends at RaceDeck. Over 2 decades ago, RaceDeck was invented, a cost-effective, durable, truly do-it-yourself modular flooring system engineered for the garage. RaceDeck's multi-patented design allows for easy do-it-yourself installation without all the hassles and mess of toxic epoxy coatings. I keep getting people sending me video from SEMA. SEMA's going on. And guess what is all over the floors of SEMA? RaceDeck. And I sent it to Jorgen, and I'm like, Jorgen, look, the RaceDeck. He goes, yeah, we know.
I'm too busy counting and cashing checks.
We know. And buying cars. Anyway, if you got a garage at home, and you want to make it look like this garage right here, or my garage, or my hangar, we still haven't worked on Jonny's garage.
One of these years.
Or Zuckerman's garage at Baldwin Hills.
Dope.
Holy moly. Then you want RaceDeck. It handles over in excess of 80,000 pounds. Doesn't chip, peel, or stain.
Self-draining.
And I'm telling you, the only thing you need to know is like tiles on your garage floor that don't shift.
Right.
Everything I've had for 20 years, I would pull out, and even the old Land Rover would kick them up like that. And I'd go, what is this? And now I've got RaceDeck. It's tight, it grips, it solved all my problems. I love it. You will love it. RaceDeck manufactures 24/7, ships most orders in 48 hours. Go to racedeck.com, use code SPIKE356, 15% off and free shipping. Thank you, Jorgen. Thank you, RaceDeck. Today's show is also sponsored by BlueChew. Guess what? Guys enter the room dick first. Do you hear that, Larry? BlueChew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. All right, I'm going to try some of their lines.
Oh, we got new lines?
I think so.
It's been a couple weeks. I can't wait. Yeah.
You ever tried to tuck in a submarine?
Oh, good.
You like that?
It's so absurd. Yes, I like that. It's not even sexual.
I carry my Encyclopedia Britannia everywhere.
No?
You don't like that one? Okay, let me see if I... This ain't a supplement. It's an erection resurrection.
I think we've heard that before, but yeah, I like that.
I tried BlueChew, and now my hog has a zip code and voting rights. I like that. And voting rights seem somehow offensive, which is why I like it. Well, anyway, you got to check out BlueChew. This isn't just about performance. This is about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when to lay it down. They're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little BlueChew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And a special deal for you listeners. Get your first month of BlueChew free. Just use promo code SPIKE911 at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join BlueChew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast. You just came back from where?
Third Legacy is pretty good.
Third Legacy.
I was in Italy. I was in the Dolomites. I was in a weird town named Brixen.
And you were looking at a very special car.
Yeah, I was looking at the Audi Concept C.
Which is what?
Yeah. This is the new design direction for Audi. So it does two things. One is they need a halo car. They need some kind of sporty replacement for the R8.
Okay.
They're going into F1 next season. They have a racing history and a legacy. You can see there's a 1936 Type C sitting behind it. But also, this is what Audis are going to start looking like come 2027. This is the new design language called radical simplicity.
So that front.
That maybe not necessarily that grille and that shape, but like just the design language itself.
Right.
And then also the interior is radically simplified and like. If you know, I was in a A6 Sportback. We landed in Munich, drove 4 hours down to Italy here, and we're in this A6, and it's just an overabundance of screens everywhere. There's a screen on the door.
Did you like that?
No, it's too much. So what they've done is they said, okay, screens are inevitable. We can have a screen, but there's a nice clicking metal control. You click it back one, screen folds up, goes away. Everything that looks like aluminum is aluminum. They got rid of plastic on the interior.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. That thing that's open, that's for safety. They had to have that, sadly. But
why is that for safety?
Because it's a pre-production prototype. So if it catches on fire or something, you hit the red button and you kill it.
And what happens? You hit the red button and
the batteries shoot out the side. No, but it's a really nice.
They didn't
interior.
say if it catches on fire.
No, it wasn't. It's just
they said press the red button.
All pre-production prototypes have a kill switch. It's just a kill switch.
It's just a kill switch.
Okay. Yeah. But like, yeah, it's just a very nice interior. And again, starting in 27, this is what Audis will look like on the inside and the outside. But also, I didn't know it. There you saw the screen disappear. It's a fully working driving car. It's 500 horsepower. It's got one rear motor. You can put a second motor on the front axle. It's an EV. You don't sit on the battery, so it's low. The batteries are actually behind you where the engine would be.
Right.
And I was shocked at how well it drove. It was really.
So you liked it?
Yeah. I thought I was going to be driving like.
Wow! Look at how beautiful that is.
Oh yeah, this part of Italy it looks like Austria. It's insane. But I thought I was going to be driving like hot glue and fiberglass. Yeah, you know what I mean. And they kept saying like, you're not here to test the dynamic limits of the car, and then. Homeboy like gets on it, so because I couldn't drive it on a public road. I had to be shuttled to a private road. But so he just gets on it. He's driving me out there, and like it's 500 horsepower in a relatively light car. Also very important for us. This show that is a sibling of the new electric Boxster. That is the same platform.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
So. Very good news for the electric Boxster. It's going to be.
I hope the new Boxster doesn't have that front.
Well, it will have a Porsche front.
That's good.
I can promise you that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what was I actually driving? Because this platform, SSP, isn't ready yet. This is an RS e-tron GT that's been cut down, batteries repositioned. The tires are 265, 30, 21 front, 305, 30, 21 rear. It's the same tires as an RS e-tron GT. single rear motor would be about 500 horsepower. So the thing scoots and it steers great, and it's just really cool. Folding hardtop, really neat to have a sports car that fast and that silent. It was a new thing, like going through beautiful nature and just hearing the wind was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't have a V10. Everyone's going to kill themselves, and I'm a sell out, and big batteries paying me off and all that. But it was a cool experience. I really enjoyed it.
I don't say any of those things.
I know.
I got to say,
it.
I really like this new Jonny Lieberman. This clean Jonny Lieberman. It's a completely different guy.
It's a clean cut.
Yeah, clean cut, new Jonny Lieberman.
Every time I get a haircut, like this guy Zuckerman starts flirting with me, like, yeah, you're going to be the ladies.
Let's see what the kid from the Palisades thinks about this design. Let's click on that. Oh, he likes it. Oh, good. Yeah, he thinks it's cool. That's cool. I heard a little bit of car news.
Yes.
And I don't even say this is accurate, but if it does happen, it will be a very big "I told you so" moment. I think not just from you, but from the rest of the Spikes Car Radio community. Which is, I heard, and I don't even know if this information's correct, but I heard, and the source seems a little reliable, that the cup holder of that road-going 963 was indeed a clue, and that the Halo car is going to be that, a 963. This is what I've heard, and it's coming from someone I kind of trust. So, but I'm not ready to throw it out there yet, but there could be a very big moment for yours truly coming up.
Is this someone that you kind of trust, a 71-year-old comedian from New York?
It's not. No. Okay. He's learned not to share any information because it ends up right here.
Okay.
So I even think they started shutting him down because they're like, no, you're going to tell that Spike.
Right.
But I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's all I'm going to say. I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I sort of understand. I still don't know what you're talking about with the cup holder, but I understand that you're saying the 963.
Remember the road going 963?
Oh, how could I forget? That was,
okay,
you were
the cup holder.
Off your meds. Yeah.
My theory was the cup holder was a little clue to we're going to make this, and it's going to be Porsche's Halo car, and that's what I've heard now is happening. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Separate incidents.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But there's possibly a very big moment for me coming. And if not, I will concede finally.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This fellow who's with us, Larry Chen. He's the world's preeminent documenter of car culture, serving as the official photographer for both Formula Drift and Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. His work has been exhibited in multiple museums, and in 2025 became the first non-driver inducted into the Formula Drift Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Please welcome to the stage. Oh, he's already here, Larry Chen.
What an intro. Thank you so much.
So I like to pretend this is a real show every once in a while.
If you win Person of the Year at SEMA, you don't have to go to SEMA anymore? Is that how it works?
I feel like you have to be there longer. You have to be there a week ahead of time and then stay a week to help break down.
Do you still like SEMA?
I love SEMA.
Yeah?
It's like a reunion.
Don't look at me.
You don't go to SEMA?
I've been. I don't feel that I intersect with SEMA as well. It seems like a different part of the car world that I respect. It's just not my thing.
Well, for
what
me,
he said. Minus the respect.
Seems like a bunch of Discovery guys with their own show, like rootin' tootin' old garbage trucks and stuff.
I feel like
Am I wrong?
No, it's changed. It's evolved, and it's definitely changed since I started going. I first went in 2006, and over time, over this 20 years, the cars have become something. I guess that's more for our generation. That's something that I can relate to more. At first, you couldn't find any JDM cars there.
That's true. I started going, I think my first year was either 05 or 06.
Yeah, and now it's just you can't walk like 2 booths without running into a nice JDM car build.
So, Larry, let me just...
We can get off SEMA.
No, it's totally fine. I want to talk about your photography.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, and I know you were just down at the Formula Drift Series and had a big car show down there with about 10,000 folks showing up. Here's his site right here. And, if you want to experience Larry Chen photography, go to larrychenphoto.com.
Or buy the book.
When did you get started? I mean, everybody's taking pictures for Instagram, right? Somehow you have, risen above all of it and become this documenter of car culture around the world, and in lots of different zones, drift, Porsche racing, how did you do that? Did you study photography in school?
No, I kind of just fell into it. It started with a love for cars, love for driving. I actually grew up not too far from here in Santa Monica. And, around that time period, it was like that, hey, we just got our driver's license. Let's get $500 cars and start tinkering on them.
Right.
And it just kind of slowly evolved to, hey, let's take them to the track. Let's go autocrossing. Let's do all this car stuff, go to meets. Back then, it was kind of a novelty to do car events because how could you get a bunch of cars together, right? You
where
do you even find, go on the forums, maybe hook up with a couple friends, do some kind of like quick car meet. But I remember at one point it was a big deal to just get like 10, 20 cars together, right? Now it is amazing. It's infectious. The car culture is the biggest it's ever been. And I feel like that's kind of why my career has progressed over this time, because there's so many people to consume the content that I'm making.
So do we have his Instagram up too? I want to go back to your photography, but this is the post I saw where it was at the top. Go down a little bit. So guy, tell us about this photo.
This is something that I dreamed about. This is something I envisioned because for the past couple of years, I've been going to Asia and Southeast Asia to cover car culture a lot. And they have these organized meets where they pretty much take over a complete parking structure. And it's either sponsored by the government or it is paid for, it's permitted. Wow. It's like a thing, right?
Yeah.
For example, there's this one event that I go to in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, called Retro Havoc. And it's 1,000 cars that load up into this mall parking structure.
Wow.
And it's sponsored by the Malaysian Tourism Board.
Yeah.
And they go in there, do pops and bangs and shoot fire. And it's like a big thing. And the police are there and they still...
And it's cool.
They still create... That's why it's called Retro Havoc. They still create havoc. They still create noise. There's a couple burnouts here and there, but the government is there to watch this thing and they realize that car tourism is a big deal. As you know, in Japan, car tourism is getting to a point where it's too much.
It's a problem in a country where the speed limit is 70 and
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then, and then also Spike, car tourism in the UK with Festival of Speed, so many crazy events. It's something that these places they're realizing it's such a big thing that actually moves the needle. So I figured, let's do something similar in Southern California. We partnered up with the city of Long Beach to have this parking structure that has 800 spaces. And we took it over and it was free for everybody to enter. The whole point was I just wanted something to exist, like a real, almost authentic Tokyo Drift moment where it's all types of cars. But of course, it was mostly JDM. But we had the roof, we had the levels below it, and we had my friend Sung Kang there. Just to do something fun.
Yeah, that
just so it exists.
When you're talking about that Malaysian event, I think what you're alluding to is, here, obviously we have these Southern California street takeovers, which is there's an appetite, these kids get together, or whomever, and they create a little havoc. When you talk about this Malaysian havoc event, it seems like acknowledging that community and letting them blow off some steam a little bit solves the problem, right? And we've talked about this on the show before. It's like, you don't go into a street takeover and just arrest everybody. You're presenting a solution finally, like, let's get everybody together. Let's make it state, country, county sanctioned and let everybody have a little bit of fun, right? Is that the idea?
Exactly. What this, I put out a PSA, like off the cuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Off the cuff PSA saying, as you have seen, so many events have been ruined by these people taking over the streets, climbing on, red lights and just really ruining it for real car enthusiasts like us. I stated, look, I've been shooting in all of these crazy countries like Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Japan. They have all these type of meets. They don't have an issue with takeovers.
Yeah.
Because they're doing these sanctioned events, I just put it out there. Look, this may be our last chance to prove to the world that we can partner up with the city to do something where people can behave and we can still make a little noise.
Yeah.
You know, there was still pops and bangs, and that's why we love cars, right?
Yeah.
But we can do it responsibly. And man, Southern California turned out 10,000 people.
It's
amazing.
So many people.
I think I found my lieutenant governor when I take over the state. I'm running on no slow left lane driving, and I'm going to need a lieutenant governor like you who's going to
pops and bangs.
We're going to get rid of street takeovers, but we'll still get to do some of that stuff. Let's go back to his photography site. You've also brought a car here. I want to get to that, but take us through some of your favorite photos here.
So
your work is so wonderful.
Well, hang on, real quick. I got to pause this. I went to his book party. He had a book release party.
Yep.
And you were saying you went through, so we get the number right, 2 million photographs?
No, well, so I went through my life's work. This is this book, which I brought one for you today.
Thank you.
Is my life's work. I went through 5 million.
5 million.
5 million
5
pictures.
5 million?
Yes.
How do you go through 5 million anything?
Well, the good thing is,
unless you're Zuckerman.
the good thing is over the past 20 years, I've been curating it as much as I can, whittling it down. And then that's kind of where that 2 million number came from.
Okay.
So we're talking about usable photos that I just concentrated into under 3,000 for this book. And it's a hefty book. It's 8 pounds. It's over 400 pages.
Wow.
And it's the best of the best that I could put together from 20 years of shooting car culture in our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
look at this. Look at that Best of Drift 2022 shot. That front page shot right there.
Yeah. So I shot that.
A beautiful shot.
I shot that with my Toyota Supra
while you were driving.
Yes, while I was driving. So that's kind of my way to combine my two passions of driving as well as photography and video. It's kind of cheating. It's so stupid, but it's the only way to shoot these vehicles when they're going at full speed. Right. It's one thing, you've been on set with so many car things where you see like they use a Cayenne or some
Russian arm
BMW M or something with
Guy
an arm
hanging off of the trunk of some old car. Every version of it. Yeah.
Yes. But the problem is they cannot go at practical speed in terms of like race speed because they're too heavy, too top heavy. Whereas I built a Toyota Supra just for filming.
Do you have a photo of it so we can see it?
Yeah, it should be on my Instagram.
Let's have a look at that car.
If you go up, you could see a most recent one that I posted. That one right there next to the Mercedes 300 SL. Yeah, that one right there. See, so that's me behind the wheel.
Okay.
That's Long Beach Formula Drift course. That's
how did you modify this car? You just...
So it's mostly all the things that people do to get them time attack ready. So it makes about 500 wheel horsepower.
I see.
And I've just done everything to make it fast to keep up with these guys because they have 1,000+ horsepower. Right?
That's so cool. So you mounted a camera on the front of it.
Yes.
And then you're drifting along with the guy or just following?
No. Well, sometimes I do unintentional drifts because they're going so fast and they have such crazy wheel speed that my car gets a little sideways and I just have to recover.
It's such a great
you don't worry
video.
about that bumper just ripping off and going through you and the camera?
That's kind of part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I have to, I guess, assess the situation. And in this case, you could see I fell back a little bit just in case it did come off. So I wouldn't run it completely over. But yeah, that's what I love to do.
That's wild.
Being able to combine my two passions. If you see on the left, there's a little remote where I just switch my still camera on to start firing as the video camera is rolling. So I have two cameras on the nose. It looks kind of like Eiffel Tower scaffolding on the nose of the Supra. Yeah.
It's very cool. Wow.
So in the past couple, not to change subjects, but like in the past couple years, I've been doing my absolute best to travel because I'm not afraid to go to these far off places to report on their car culture because we have such a diverse and really, I guess, all-encompassing car culture here in Southern California. The point is, I want to see what everyone else is doing. So I don't know if you saw, I recently went to Brunei.
No.
And I asked.
Maybe I did.
I went to Brunei and I asked the royal family. I went up to Prince Jeffrey.
I went to
the Sultan. I literally shook the Sultan's hand, said, "You have a beautiful country. I'm here to document your car culture." And I asked Prince Jeffrey face to face, can I shoot your cars?
And he said,
I'm going to shoot you. How about I shoot you? Who is this?
He said,
what cars?
He said, I haven't even seen my cars in 20 years. I don't know how you're going to be able to see them. And then I also asked the crown, or I said hello to the crown prince. And I also met Prince Mateen, who's taking care of the collection right now. I asked him if I can shoot the royal collection. And he told me, hey, let's talk later in private.
Nice.
And then he ghosted me.
Yeah. But that's common. I went to Bahrain, and the collection, you know about the collection, is in Bahrain, right? Private collection. It's insane. It's just, you know, aside from having a McLaren F1 and a 993 GT1, which there's two, he's got one, Porsche's got the other one. It's just got everything there is. And the son, Mo is now running it. The dad started it and just lost interest. Just got into horses. Like, I want to go win the Kentucky Derby. Enough with the cars. And so now, like, I think he's like probably 32 now. The son's running it. And it's wild. Like, how do you lose interest? But that's exactly what happened with the Brunei collection.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people are telling me like, hey, maybe you'll be able to see it one day. But I think to myself, like, I understand they're embarrassed. The royal family, they're embarrassed that this whole thing happened. But I told them, look, you can change the narrative right now. I'm here right now in your country, documenting the car culture. I want to show that you changed car culture forever.
You saved Bentley. You saved, I mean, the number of brands that they single-handedly saved, like possibly Ferrari, is huge.
Yeah, I want to.
They kept them going.
Exactly. I want to show it in the best light. Forget about all the political stuff. Forget about everything else. I just want to talk about the cars, and I guess put the ball in their court, and then unfortunately,
Larry is like a fixer. He's like Ray Donovan. You brought a car for us to look at. We're going to check that out. We also have some questions for you. But first, let's talk about Raycon. This message is sponsored by Raycon. It's Raycon's anniversary, and what better way to celebrate than with a deal on everyday earbuds classic. They're now 20% off, so it's the perfect time to get your hands on these reliable, super comfy, and easy to take anywhere. You'll see why they've been a fan favorite since day one. Did you get any of these, Johnny?
Not yet.
They're lovely. The new colors are a vibe. I'm a purple man myself. They call it blush violet. It feels less like just earbuds and more like an accessory that matches me. Quick charging, 10 minutes gives you 90 minutes of playtime, up to 32 hours of battery life with the case. Awareness mode, perfect when I'm walking the dog or running errands. People really need the awareness modes. The number of people I've almost hit in the last couple of weeks who just crossing streets with, earbuds on.
Were you driving a Maybach?
I was. 3 million customers already love Raycons, and they come with a 30-day happiness guarantee. So check it out. Go to buyraycon.com/spike to get 20% off the Everyday Earbuds Classic. That's raycon.com/spike to get 20% off the Everyday Earbuds Classic. Also, today's show is sponsored by Odoo. Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive and overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining is Odoo. Look what it did for Johnny's beard. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected. He did not groom like this until Johnny got Odoo. It's true. Odoo is a single, simple, easy-to-use software giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open-source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive, disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get better than that, so what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's Odoo, O-D-O-O.com. Odoo, modern management made simple. Now, what's the car you brought?
I brought my 1999 R34 GT-R.
All right, Cameron, go down and look at this car. It's a full hangar today because we've got a lot of stuff going on. And yes, we know there's a zinger behind us, and you'll see that on next week's show. Wow, look at this guy.
Oh.
Very handsome car. Tell us everything that we need to know about this.
So this is, I guess, like that Gran Turismo era car, right? Because this was never meant for the U.S. market. This was available in Japan and the UK, and I think in limited numbers in Australia.
A little bit in Australia, yeah.
So it was never meant for the US shores, but it had some kind of like aura around it, right? Because we couldn't get it, people wanted it.
The steering wheel's on the wrong side right away.
Exactly.
You didn't want to fix
that? That's a giveaway.
Yes. I found out about it through video games, and ever since I've always wanted one.
You've got a beautiful eye for, car design, hot rodding, fashion. Just the way the license plate is pointed down. Where did these wheels come from?
I was going to ask about those.
Yeah, those are Advan GT wheels. Mm-hmm.
You can tell Cameron, by the way, where to put the camera, and you can tell us about any aspect of the car you want.
Yeah, so I got this a couple years ago, and I used it as my daily driver in Japan. So I left it in Japan. I took delivery of it in Japan, and I drove all over Japan. I drove about 5,000 kilometers up and down the main island.
I hear that's a really good thing to do.
So much fun.
I hear that's like the best thing to do. Yeah.
Loved it. Did it with my family, my wife, and my 2 kids. I can't tell you how many hours they slept in the back seats. Maybe the droning from the exhaust put them to sleep. Yeah. But it was cool for me because it was meant for those roads. Just like how I say German cars, if you drive them on the Autobahn, it's different. You can kind of tell this is why they were built this way.
Oh, so they work at 160 really well.
Yeah, you can cruise at that speed. And then with this, it's meant for the Japanese roads, right? In and out of Tokyo, going down to Osaka, going up north to Fukushima. It is so much fun to drive. With that said, I drove it as a stock vehicle that was 25 years old for 2 years. And then I figured, you know what? Now it's going to age out and I can actually import it to the US. But before I import it, I'm going to go ahead and restore it in Japan.
Nice.
It makes a lot more sense to restore it in Japan versus the US because...
Why?
Well, because there's no parts here and the knowledge base is not here, right? They've had these cars since new in Japan. So then we took it all the way down, took everything apart. It took about 6 months to rebuild.
Yeah.
So motor is pretty much brand new. It's stock.
What kind of horsepower does it make, the motor?
About 330 wheel horsepower.
And the weight of the car, do you know?
They're pretty light.
Off the top of my head. This one's
like
kind of
3,400.
34, 35, maybe. Yeah. This one's the heavier one out of the 3 R32, R33, R34.
Sure, they got bigger.
This is the heavier one, but to me, it's not about the performance. As both of you know, there's so many cars out today that are just so much better in every single way. But for me, it's about the lore. It's about the look. It's about that.
Can we take a look inside, Cameron? Do you want to show us?
You want me to pop the hood?
No, not just yet.
I was going to say real quick, though, I would love to drive a refresh one because I've driven a couple over here, and that means they're 25 years old.
Yeah. And
I'm always like, it just feels like a Nissan from 1999, which, it's okay. But
so this one is the launch color, Bayside Blue.
It's a beautiful blue. I was going to say, I really love the way that blue looks.
Everybody called mine Fade Side Blue because it sat outside in the sun for 25 years and it was completely faded and it almost looked like a baby blue.
Yeah.
So then once we repainted it, it actually became Bayside Blue. Wow. And everything was out, interior, everything, all new sound deadening, basically a brand new 25-year-old car.
Wow.
Awesome. We did as much as
if you want to show us the motor,
sure.
We've got a second, we can do it right now. Go ahead and walk over there.
Oh, these are incredible.
I like driving cars with the steering wheel on that side.
Except for parking garages, they're wonderful.
It's so fun because you forget and you hang your passenger over the yellow line a lot and they panic. But it helps me focus. Wow, look at the newness. Look at the newness.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's really a handsome car. Yeah. Really a nice looking thing.
Big turbo inline 6.
Yeah.
So a couple things that we did to it. I took it to this shop called Garage Ashita. They're in Nara, and they build new parts for this car. They stamp new metal for this vehicle. Wow. And one of the problems with this vehicle is over time, when you're driving this in the rain, it actually shoots water up into the shock towers, and the shock towers rust from within. And that happens on every single one of these cars, including my car. Even though it didn't have rust anywhere else, we cut open the shock towers on this car and there was a lot of rust. And I documented this on YouTube, on the Haggerty YouTube channel. And so when you look at the engine bay on this, it's different because all of the engine bays from every R34, not paint matched. It's actually almost like a primer black. So then when you open this, you can tell that it got restored because it's actually Bayside blue. So if you look at the shock towers, they're reinforced. They have a lot more spot welds, and they're actually brand new stamped by Garage Yoshida in Japan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And they're aluminum instead of steel.
No, they're still steel.
They're still steel?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like burgundy metallic on all of these Skylines?
So on the valve cover, all of the RB26s, the twin turbos, come with that, except for one, which is I think the M spec. It comes with like a gold valve cover.
I drove an M spec recently.
Yeah,
yeah.
Really
Again,
lovely.
it felt like an old car to me. I was like, I don't get the $330,000 part.
And here's the crazy thing: like the prices, I honestly don't really care what it's worth.
Yeah.
To me, I just want to drive it. I mean, I sat in 2 hours of LA traffic to come here.
Yeah.
Morning traffic.
Same.
And it was great. You know, the AC works well. It's just a normal car. But of course, because of all the fanfare surrounding it, it's gone up in price like so much. I just saw one sell for $750,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was restored by Nismo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cam can bring the camera back.
Cam.
Before we go, our friend Jonny Cabiglio, who's obviously a huge fan of yours, has 5 questions for you. You know Jonny?
No, I have no idea.
Jonny handles Mr. Seinfeld's collection, and is also a good, wonderful photographer in his own right.
That's a collection I would love to shoot.
Let's see. Let me get.
Good luck.
Let me find his. let me find his best question here. What do your days look like without a camera in hand? Do you ever enjoy cars without a photography angle?
Oh, all the time. So I took up wheel-to-wheel racing. Been wheel-to-wheel racing as much as I can because, as I mentioned earlier, this all started with a love for driving and a love for cars. So last year, I got my wheel-to-wheel license and I built a spec E30 in 1984, and it's actually sponsored by 7-Eleven.
The car's so cool.
Yeah. So the point is, I wanted to kind of pretend and make like a fake backstory. What if 7-Eleven raced DTM all those years ago? And that's kind of the livery I put together. And yeah, I still like enjoying cars. I love drifting. I love racing. I love doing time attack. I guess I'm just surrounded by cars.
Benny Hanna wants to know, taking as many photos as you do, you're bound to capture some unexpectedly hilarious moments like Comedy Wildlife Awards. What's the funniest unexpected photo you've taken? Like, you know, like the girl on the roller coaster takes a seagull in the face. Is there anything like that you've shot? You're like, that's hilarious.
I don't know. With car stuff, it seems like there's not too much comedy.
Best crash at Pikes Peak.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of
You were
those.
there when, I forget his name, the Swedish guy in the yellow 911 went off.
Yes.
And that was insane. That was, the year I was there. It was like.
Brian McComedy wants to know favorite car he saw while in Ireland.
Oh,
I'd like to know that too, being an Irish citizen myself.
Yeah, there are so many incredible rally car collections in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Actually, the most
call.
amount of untouched, like very clean Subaru 22Bs.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, 200 RS 200s. So many rally cars and also the Group B rally cars.
That's because the national speed limit's 60 kilometers an hour. So.
And because we like potatoes. And one final comment here from Brian McComedy. Can Larry please turn down the volume of his outro music down a notch? The volume jump on the TV scares the crap out of my upstairs neighbor's dog.
Kill the dog. Let Larry live.
Leave Larry alone. Larry, it's been a pleasure, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing with the car community and kind of making a safe space for, you know, the passionate car world who wants to create a little havoc and, you know, with a state or a county endorsement. You're solving the problems. So when you're my lieutenant governor and I am the governor of California, Larry and I, we're going to fix it. We're going to make your life, your car life is going to be just fine.
Yeah, but Larry, how are you with sex scandals?
Yeah,
we plan on having a lot of those.
Forget about that.
In this administration.
No, please. We'll see you next week. Spike's Car Radio.